next question is, R is a algebraic structure या algebraic system satisfying all the properties of a ring with unity. So R ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਰਿੰਗ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਰਿੰਗ ਵਿਦ ਯੂਨਿਟੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਸੈਟੀਸਫਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ except one property. So what is that property? That property is a plus b is equal to b plus a. तो असी प्रूव करना कि show that R is a ring. Show that R is a ring. Yeah, it is a ring with unity. Now, as per in given question, 1 belongs to R. Why? Because this R is a ring with unity. So 1 is unity. So it means it belongs to R. Now these AB are element of R. So this can be written in this way: A plus B into 1 plus 1. This values by using distributive property. This can be written as A into 1 plus 1 plus B into 1 plus 1. Again apply distributive property. So this is A into 1 plus A into 1 plus B into 1 plus B into 1. Again apply multiplicative identity. So this is A plus B plus B. So this is my equation number 1. Suppose it is my equation number 1. Now I am taking A plus B on the right hand side. So here I write 1 plus 1 into A plus B. Again by using distributive law, 1 into A plus B plus 1 into A plus B, which is equal to 1 into A plus 1 into B plus 1 into A plus 1 into B. So this can be written as A plus B plus A plus B. So this is equation number 2. Now equation number 1 and equation number 2 are equal. So it implies from equation number 1 A plus B plus B, and from equation number 2 A plus B plus A plus B, this values. Now since R with a plus, which is a additive abelian group, so by left cancellation law this cancel with this, and by right cancellation law B is cancel, and by left cancellation law A is cancel. So it implies A plus B, which is equal to B plus A for every AB belongs to R. So it satisfied the commutative property. If it satisfies the commutative property, then it means R is a ring with unity. So this is my result. Now next definition is a Boolean ring. So this is a Boolean ring. So basically it is a ring, and in special with special property it is called a Boolean ring. Now in the Boolean ring, what happen if I take any element from the R? So what is R? R is a ring. If R is a ring and every element A belongs to R, which satisfy this condition, A square is equal to A. It means it is idempotent. if every element is idempotent, satisfy this property, that ring is called a Boolean ring. So what is the definition of Boolean ring? A ring is called Boolean ring if A square is equal to A for every A belongs to R. So it is called a Boolean ring. Now next example, every Boolean ring are commutative. Show that Boolean ring is commutative or abelian, right? So this is a statement of my question कि every Boolean ring is commutative. Now let AB belongs to R. So what is R? So R is a Boolean ring. So R is a Boolean ring, yani ring with the special kind of property. Now it implies A square is equal to A and B square is equal to B. So by using the property of Boolean ring, so this values. Now to prove that it is a commutative means AB is equal to BA. Now since R is a ring, then A plus B belongs to R. So it implies A plus B raised to power 2, which is equal to A plus B. So this is by the definition of Boolean ring. So what it implies? It implies A plus B, which is A plus B raised to power 2. So this value is A plus B into A plus B. This value is A into A plus B into A plus B. This values. By applied distributive law, so this is A square plus AB plus BA plus B square. By using this and this result, it implies A plus AB plus BA plus B, right? So since R with plus, it is a group, so it hold a cancellation law. So by left cancellation law, A is cancel. By right cancellation law, B is cancel. So we get AB plus BA, which is equal to 0. If sum of two element is equal to 0, then it means they are the additive inverse to each other. If they are the additive inverse to each other, so it implies AB, which is equal to minus BA. This values AB equal to minus BA. So pre-multiply by A, we get A into AB, which is equal to minus A into minus BA. So this value is equal to, so minus is outside, so this value is minus ABA. So what we get? We get A square B which is equal to minus ABA. A square B, which is equal to minus AB. So since R is Boolean ring, so A square will be A, AB is equal to minus ABA. So this values we get, it is written as equation number 2. So AB is equal to minus AB and A. Now again, if we, this is equation number 1, if we post multiply by A to equation number 1, so we get AB into A, which is equal to minus BA square, which is equal to minus BA. So which is equation number 3. Now from equation number 2 and 3, so this is equal to minus time this. So what we get? We get AB is equal to BA for every AB belongs to R. So it implies this R is a commutative ring. If R is a commutative ring, if R is commutative, then it satisfies this. If R is Boolean ring, then R is also a commutative. So again, this is very important question. Now next example is question number 8. Now if in a ring R with unity, so what is R? R is a ring with unity. So R is a ring with the unity. Number 1. Number 2, the given is AB square, which is equal to A square B square for every AB belongs to R. Then show that R is, then show that R is a commutative. Then show that R is a commutative. So this is my question. So to prove this result, now given part R is a ring with unity. Now let AB belongs to R. If AB belongs to R and 1 is unity, as 1 belongs to R, so it means B plus 1 also member of ring R. So by given condition, if I am taking one element A, second element B plus 1 raised to power 2, so by given condition, this is a square into B plus 1 raised to power 2. So this, it implies by distributive law, this is AB plus A raised to power 2. So this is a square into B plus 1 raised to power 2. So this is a B square, this value is B plus 1 raised to power 2. It implies AB plus A AB plus A. It implies A square B plus 1 into B plus 1. So apply property of the ring. So by applying the property of the ring, so this implies AB plus A plus A into AB plus A, which is A square B plus A square into B plus 1. So this value is A square B into B plus 1 plus A square into B plus 1. So this value will become A square B square plus A square B plus A square B plus A square. So this is right hand side. Now from left hand side, this is AB raised to power 2 plus ABA plus A square B plus A square. So this value is can be written as, by given result, this is A square B square plus ABA plus A square B plus A square. Now since R with plus is a additive abelian group, so by left cancellation law this term cancel, and again right cancellation law, so this and this total is cancel. So what is remaining? So remaining term is ABA, which is equal to A square B. ABA, which is equal to A square B. So this is written as equation number 1. Now in the first step I take B plus A, B plus 1. Now I will take A plus A, which is equal to A square B for every AB belongs to R. So this is written as equation number 1. Now since we know that A plus 1 and B belongs to R, so these are two elements of a ring R. So I treat A as A plus 1 and B as this B. So then the equation number 1 will become A plus 1 B A plus 1, which is equal to A plus 1 raised to power 2 into B. So this value will become AB plus B into A plus 1, and this will be A square plus A plus A plus 1 into B, and it implies this values ABA by this plus AB by this plus BA plus B plus B, which is equal to A square B plus AB plus AB plus B, this values. Now these are equal. If this term is equal, so this can be written as A square B plus AB plus BA plus B, which is equal to A square B plus AB plus AB plus B. Now, since R with plus is a abelian group, so by left and right cancellation law, so this cancel to each other and this, so what we get AB, this is a AB, this AB, not this cancel, so this cancel, so what we get BA, which is equal to AB for every AB belongs to R. So it means R is a commutative. So in this way we can prove that this R is a commutative. So next is result is, so next example, if in a ring, in a Boolean ring, prove that 2A equal to 0. So next is question number 6. So what is statement? If R is a ring, so if R is a ring such that A square is equal to A for every A belongs to R, prove that 2A is equal to 0. Now solution of this question. Since A square is equal to A for every A belongs to R. Now what it means? It means A is element of R, R is ring, so this sum is also belongs to R. It implies A plus A raised to power 2, which is equal to A plus A, this values. A plus A raised to power 2, which is equal to A plus A. Simplify A plus A plus A, which is equal to A plus A. This will become A into A plus A into A plus A plus A. Now it implies by distributive law A square plus A square plus A square plus A square, which is equal to A plus A. Since it is idempotent, so A plus A plus A plus A, which is equal to A plus A. Again by left cancellation law, right cancellation law. So what we get? A plus A equal to 0. It implies 2A equal to 0 for every A belongs to ring. So that prove our this result. Again next is very important result. So 7th question, also check the PDF where these questions are given. Now this is give an example, give an example of non-commutative ring. Non-commutative ring are without unity. Without unity, such that xy raised to power 2, which is equal to x square y square for every xy belongs to R. So always remember that the ring within the matrix form is always a non-commutative. Now solutions. So here we construct a example. So I take let R. So this is a set of 2 by 2 matrix A, B, 0, 0, these values, such that this A, B belongs to Z. So what is Z? Z is set of integers. So it is a set of integers. Now it is very easy to verify that this is a non-commutative ring without unity, because unity is of this form 1 0 0 1, but the structure of these elements of this kind, so unity will not be a part of this R. So this is without unity, since y 1 0 0 1 it does not belongs to R, क्योंकि आ एलिमेंट R ਨੂੰ बिलोंग नहीं करता, इस करके साडे कोल कम्यूटेटिव रिंग होएगा, नॉन कम्यूटेटिव रिंग होएगा और विदाउट यूनिटी। ना तो ये कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी होल्ड हो रही है और ना ही ये यूनिटी है। सो असी एक्स वाई वाली प्रॉपर्टी नूं होल्ड करना, तो उहदे लई एक्स एलीमेंट असी लै लिया A1 B1 0 0 और this element belongs to R. Similarly Y element ले लिया A2 B2 0 0 and again this element belongs to R, or A1 B1 where all are integers, where A1 B1 A2 B2 this element belongs to R, Z, set of integer. So first x square. So what is x square? This is A1 B1 0 0 A1 0 B1 0. So this will become, taking the matrix product, A1 square and here it is B1 square, here 0 and here 0. So this is a x square element. Also it belongs to R. Why? Because the element of R are of this kind. This element is integer, this element is integer, and this is 0 and this is 0. Now square of every integer is again integer, so it is a element of this values. So here it is this from this if we multiply here it is a1 into b1, so this element belongs to R. Similarly y square, so this is a2 b2 0 0 a2 b2 0 0, this value will become a2 square a2 b2 0 0, which belongs to R, this values. Now what is x square into y square, this values. So what is x square into y square, next element, so multiply by this, so this is a1 square a1 b1 0 0 a2 square a2 b2 0 0. Now multiply this term, so this will become first a1 square a2 square, and second is a1 square a2 b2, and this is 0, this is 0. So this is a x square y square. So similarly we can take the product of x and y, so this will become a1 b1 0 0 a1 b1 0 0, so this product will become a1 square, and this is a1 b1 a1, and this is a x square here it is a2 b2, so this is a1 a2 and again a1 b2 a1 b2, and this is 0 0. Now what is x of y whole square, so this value is a1 a2 a1 b2 0 0, this value is a1 a2 a1 b2 0 and 0, this values, this product. Now multiply this product, so what we get a1 square a2 square, this values, and from this a1 square a2 a1 square a2 and b2, this values, here 0 and 0. So here commutative property applicable in Z, so these are element of Z, so they commute, so we can take this element on this side or this side, because commutative property hold in set of integers. So what we get x y raised to power 2, which is equal to x square into y square for every x y belongs to R. So what is R? R is a non-commutative ring without unity which hold this kind of statement. Next is again very important question, question number 8. So this is very important example. So what is the statement? Show that ring of real valued continuous function on 0 1 closed interval has zero divisor. So first understand the zero divisor means. Zero divisor means f non-zero, g non-zero, but their product is 0. Without zero divisor means if fg equal to 0, then either f0 or g0. Now we are talking about the real valued continuous function on 0 1. So I consider a functions f and g on closed interval 0 1. This function. Now what is this function? Fx, which is equal to 1 by 2 minus x 0 less than x less than 1 by 2 less than equal to 1 by 2. Second 0 1 by 2 less than equal to x less than equal to 1. So this is a function on 0 and 1. So here if it is at this place, it should be greater. If here it is equal to, so also it is also true for 1 by 2. Similarly, g of x function. So all these functions are continuous because at 1 by 2 its value is 0. Here it is 0, so it is continuous. 0 x minus 1 by 2, 0 less than equal to x less than 1 by 2, 1 by 2 less than x less than equal to 1. So this is again continuous function because at the point 1 by 2 its value is 0 at both places. So it implies we get two values, f and g are continuous function on closed interval 0 1. Number 1. Also f is non-zero, g is non-zero, f is non-zero, g is non-zero. So what is its product? Product means composite mapping. Fg, this values. Now what is its product composite function? Ja gf, ja f of g. Now fg also we can take it as gf, this product. So this value is equal to 0 into 1 by 2 minus x and x minus 1 by 2 into 0. This is 0 less than x less than 1 by 2. This is 0 less than x 1 by 2. less than equal to 1. So what we get, this total term is 0, because this product is 0, this product is 0. So what we get f is non-zero, g is non-zero, but product is 0. So it means R has 0 divisor. R has 0 divisor. So this is again very important result. Now next is again very important question. So that is in Guru Nanak Dev University 2004, 6 and 14 and 17. So the statement of the question is, if in a ring R it satisfies this property, x cube is equal to x for every x belongs to R, then show that R is a commutative ring. So we want to prove that R is a commutative. So let x and y belongs to R and R is a ring. And what is given property? X cube equal to x, y cube equal to y. Now x square y minus x square y into x square, this is raised to power 2. So consider this element. So remember this element, x square y, then x square y into again x square and raised to power 2, and then we will convert it to raised to power 3. Now this value can be written as x square y minus x square y x square into x square y minus x square y into x square. Now apply the distributive property one by one. So it implies, first I used this to multiply the entire terms. So this will become x square y into x square y. So this, then with this minus x square y into x square, this values, then this minus x square y x square into y, then plus x square y x square y into x square. So simply apply the distributive property. Now to apply the distributive property, this first term, so see it very carefully, x square y minus, now next term, so this is a different terms, so x square y square y into x square. Now here x square will be converted into x raised to power 4. So by in the given question, the given is x cube is equal to x for every x belongs to R. It means x raised to power 4 is equal to x square. So remember that. So this product can be written as x raised to power 4, then x raised to power 4 is converted into x raised to power 2. So this will become minus x square y x square into y. So this will become, now here again this value is x raised to power 4, this can be written as x square So this value will become plus x square y into x square y into x square, right? So this can be again written as x square. So this values. Now this term is cancelled with this term, and this term is cancelled with x square y and this term. So this total sum is equal to 0. So what we get x square y, we get x square y minus x square y into x square, this total raised to power 2, and this term will be 0. So this term will be 0 because x raised to power 4 is equal to this. Now it implies x square y minus x square y into x square. By the given property, this term can be written as x square y minus x square y into x square raised to power 3. So why this is possible? This is possible because of this property, x cube equal to x. So this power 3 is equal to this. Now this can be written as x square y minus x square y x square into x square y minus x square y x square raised to power 2, this values. Now this raised to power 2 is equal to 0. So this total term is equal to 0. If this total term is equal to 0, x square y minus x square y x square equal to 0. This is for every x y belongs to R. So from this we get this values. This term is equal to of this kind. Now similarly we get in case of y x square. So here it is x square y. So I write it as equation number 1. So similarly on same line of action, y x square minus x square y x square is equal to 0. A similar line of action. So what we get here from equation number 1, x square y which is equal to x square y x square, and from this equation number 2, y x square which is equal to x square y into x square, this values. Now from these two equations we get from this and this, these two equations, what we get x square y which is equal to y x square for every xy belongs to R. For every xy belongs to R. So we write it as equation number 3. Now after that again applying the given property. So what is the x by given property? X square minus x raised to power 3 which is equal to x square minus x. So this is by given property. Now so this value can be written as, so simplify this term. So this value here, if I simplify this term, x square minus x raised to power 2. So this is x square minus x into x square minus x. This value will become x4 minus x cube minus x cube. Here it is again minus x cube, and here minus x square. So x4 will be converted into x, and x cube is equal to x. So this is x square. So this is minus x, and this is again minus x. So this will become a minus 2x. Similarly, by taking the value of x cube, so this will become x minus x square. So this cancel with this, so this is minus 2x. So when we take the power minus x raised to power 3, so this will become minus 2x x square minus x. So this will become minus 2x cube minus plus 2x square. So 2x cube is equal to x. So minus 2x plus 2x square. So this value will become minus 2, and then it is 1. We can simply use the result. So here I can simplify in this way, or also I can use the result x square minus x raised to power 2. Now this value is equal to x square minus x. So on simplification, this will become minus 3x plus 3x square equal to 0. Why? Because here it is minus 2x plus 2x square. When we substitute, it will be shifted to this side. So it will become minus 3x plus 3x square equal to 0. So what we get? We get 3x is equal to 3x square. This values. Also we know that also x square minus x raised to power 2, this can be written as, we already solved it, x square minus x, x square minus x. So x square minus x, so this will become x4 minus x cube minus x cube plus x square. Now since x raised to power 4 is x square, so this is x square, and this is minus x minus x. So minus x plus x square, this values. So it will become 2x square minus 2x. So this is 2x square minus 2x, this values. Now from this equations, what we get? X square y. So here I using this result, x square y is equal to y x square, right? Now here I take x square y, which is equal to y x square. Now in place of x I am taking x square minus x. So it means x square minus x raised to power 2 y, which is y x square minus x raised to power 2, this value. So it implies this x square minus y, and this value is equal to y into x square minus x raised to power 2. So what is its value? So its value is 2x square minus 2x. So this is a value of 2 2x square minus 2x here. Now by equation number 2, from which is 3x which is equal to 3x square, this values. Now here I need a 2x square minus 2x. So what is the 2x square? 2x square minus 2x will become x, this is 2x square minus x square. So this value will become x minus x square. Substitute this value, x minus x square into y, which is equal to y into x minus x square. So what we get? xy minus x square minus y, yx minus xy into x square. So since x square y and yx square are equal, so this term cancel with this term. So what we get? We get xy is equal to yx. It implies this r is commutative. So in this way we can prove that this is a commutative result. So r is a commutative ring. Now remember that idempotent and nilpotent. So what is the definition of idempotent? So idempotent element is if its power is, if a square is equal to a for every a belongs to R, so this element is called idempotent. And second, if we find some positive integer n, a raised to power n is equal to 0, then a is called nilpotent. So what is n? N is positive integers. N is positive integers. So if we find a positive integer n in such a way that a raised to power n equal to 0 for some positive integer, then it is called a nilpotent. Otherwise it is called a, if a square equal to a, then it is called a idempotent. Now next very important question, simple. So this is a question number 14. Sometime it is asked in the question, find all idempotent and nilpotent. So find, for example, find all idempotent and nilpotent. So nilpotent in z raised to z4. So this is a modulo 4. Now what is the z4? So this consisting element 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar and 3 bar. So these are the 4 element. So 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar and 3 bar. So this is a modulo 4. Now I check that all these element. Now since 0 into 0 modulo, so this is when in under multiplications. So what is the multiplication? So 0 into this 0, this modulo. Now if I construct a table, so this is a modulo table, 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2 and 3. ठीक है. So this is a multiplication. 0 into 0 0, 0 0 and 0, 0 1 2 and 3. Now 0 2 and 4 mean again 0, because when 4 is divided by 4, the remainder is 0. And next is 6, so it is 2, again 0, then 3, so this is a 3, and then 4 means 0, then 9, 3 into 3 9, 9 means 1, because when we divide 9 by 4, the remainder is 1. So we get these elements. Now from this we can easily see that the modulo product of 0 with 0 is 0. When this 0 multiply with this 0, this is 0. When 1, this is 0. When 2, this is 0. When 3, this is a 0. So this is a product of these values. Now what is nilpotent? Nilpotent is if their power, their some positive power is equal to 0. Now here we check that 0 into 0, which is equal to 0. It means 0 is a nilpotent because its raised to power 2 is equal to 0. Now again 1 into 1, this 1 and this 1 when multiply, so we get this 1. It means 1 multiplication 1 again equal to itself. A square is equal to A square is equal to A. It means it is a idempotent. A square is equal to itself, it is a idempotent, right? So here 0 is also idempotent, because also idempotent as well as nilpotent. Now 2 into 2, check that this is a 0, so this is a nilpotent. And 3 into 2, again check, it is again 3 into 2, 6, and then we divide 3 into 2, 6, so this is a 2, so this does not matter. So 3 into, now 3 into this values, so first check the 0 value, that will give the idempotent. So this is 0 is 0 idempotent, 1 with 1 not 0, 2 with 2 is idempotent, nilpotent. So similarly 3 into 3, this is equal to a 1, that is a multiplication. Now 0 and 1 is only idempotent. Here 0 and 1 is only idempotent. We easily check that idempotent because these power 2 is equal to itself. So this is a idempotent, and 2 is, this 2 is nilpotent, and 2 is only nilpotent. So in this way we can find the idempotent as well as nilpotent. So this is a nilpotent, and nilpotent as well as this value is a idempotent. Now this is a simple question that we learn from that. Now next is definition is characteristic of a ring. So this is again characteristics of a ring. So this is a new definition. Next definition, characteristic of a ring. So if R is some ring, so remember that this is a ring. So what is characteristic? If there exists if there exists some positive integer, there exists a positive integers m such that ma equal to is equal to 0 for every a belongs to R. ma is equal to 0 for every a belongs to R. So in that case it is called a characteristic. So what is characteristic? So ma equal to 0 for every a belongs to R. So it means it has a finite characteristic or finite characteristic of CH mean characteristic of R which is a finite. So if we are unable to find positive integer which satisfy this condition, then it is a infinite characteristic या 0 या infinity characteristic. So if we find it, then it is a if we find positive integer, then it has the finite characteristic, otherwise it is a 0 characteristic या infinite characteristic, right? Now with this definition we will discuss some example. So first example, which is if R is a ring with the unity, 1 is additive order of n, then characteristic of R is n. So statement is let R is ring with the unity. So this is a ring with the unity first, and second, 1 is additive order of n. So it means 1 multiplied by n equal to 0 because it is additive order. So then characteristic of R will be small n. Remember that if 1 is additive order of infinity, then characteristic of R is 0. If 1 is additive order infinity, 1 is additive and order infinity, then characteristic of R is 0. So this is the example where we can understand the definition of characteristic. Solution. So first I take 1 is additive order of n, then it means 1 into n equal to 0, right? 1 into n equal to 0 ja n into 1 equal to 0. Now to prove the characteristic of R, now this can be written as n into 1 equal to 0. So 1 into n ja n into 1. Now this n into a, this can be written as, what is n? N is integer and a, so this n can be written as 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on up to n times, because it is a n is a some integer, positive integer, into a. So this can be written as 1 into a, 1 into a and so on plus 1 into a. So we get this values. So in the given term 1 into a, this is a 1 is additive order, 1 is a additive order of R. It means 1 into a is equal to 0 if additive order of R. So this means this term will be 0. If this term will be 0, 1 into a 0, 1 into a 0, 1 into a 0, so this term will be 0. It implies NA equal to 0 for every A belongs to R. So it means characteristic of R is equal to N, because N is a positive integer which satisfies this condition. Now if on another case, if 1 is infinity order of infinity order, so we cannot find such N which satisfy this condition. If we cannot find that N which satisfy this condition, so what we get? We get it is a characteristic of R equals